Welcome. Today we are going to look at the names Prophet Isaiah gave to the future Messiah as given in Isaiah chapter 7 from verse 10 to 16, chapter 9 from verse 1 to 2, and also in Isaiah chapter 53. And we look at the relevance of God's promises to David to Christians today. We also look at the Jewish expectation of the Messiah. And lastly, we look at how Jesus' answer to John's disciples showed that he was the expected Messiah. The names Prophet Isaiah gave to the future Messiah is given in Isaiah chapter 7, verse 10 to 16. Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Eternal Father, Prince of Peace. So when you talk about Eternal Father, you can also, instead of saying Eternal Father, you can say Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace, and Emmanuel or Emmanuel. The relevance of God's promises to David to Christians today. God promised to raise an heir from David's family to always sit on the throne. And this is Jesus Christ, is the descendant of David and is an heir to the kingdom of God. God promised David that he would always protect him from his enemies. Today, God continues to be with his people, that is, the Christians. God promised to be a father to David's descendants. That is why Christians call God or address God as their father in obedience to what Jesus taught his disciples. God promised constant forgiveness, that is, perpetual forgiveness to the descendants of David. Today, Christians are assured of God's love, mercy, forgiveness through Jesus Christ. God promised to make David's name famous. The Christian church has grown to become universal. God promised David descendants that they would have a place of their own in which to live. So Christians believe that as David descendants, through Jesus Christ, they have been promised a home of their own that is in heaven. The Jewish expectation of the Messiah. They expected a political leader who would overthrow the colonial rulers, that is the Roman rulers at the time of Jesus. The Messiah would rule the world from Jerusalem and receive homage from all the nations of the earth. That is, they expected that Jerusalem would be a new political center of the world. The Messianic kingdom would be a temporary Jewish kingdom, like the Roman kingdom, but more powerful. The Jews also expected the establishment of this kingdom would be preceded by cosmic signs. That is, it will be marked by cosmic signs which will appear before the establishment of the kingdom. And this you can find in Luke chapter 21 from verse 25 to 26. The Messiah would be a descendant of David. That is, the Messiah would be from the royal family. He would come after the return of Elijah. He would not associate with the poor, sinners, and Gentiles, or rather, he would not associate with non-Jews. The Messiah would uphold Judaism. The Messiah would perform miracles. And lastly, the Messianic kingdom would be accomplished through God's judgment on Israelites' enemies. How Jesus' answer to John's disciples showed that he was the expected Messiah. One, he said that to prove that he was the Messiah, he cured many people of their diseases and sicknesses, such as restoring sight to the blind, casting out evil spirits from those possessed. Jesus asked the disciples of John to report what they had seen and what they had heard from the Old Testament scriptures, such as Isaiah, to see how they were being fulfilled in him. Jesus also addressed the crowd and praised John the Baptist as the greatest prophet. He stated that John the Baptist was the one prophesied to prepare the way for him. Did you understand? Kindly let me know in the comment section below. And also let me know what video I can look at tomorrow. Thanks a lot for subscribing and listening to me. God bless you.